Hello world, I'm Carp. Welcome back to Slay the Spire, where we are playing with the Ironclad class, and we're at the beginning of the second act. Our deck at this moment is not, well, nothing special. We have a Reaper, we have Mind Blast, we have Whirlwind, we have Double Tap, we have some Seeing Red, we have a Headbutt, and we have a couple of upgraded armaments here. Nothing really special. So one is in the second act. We're gonna end with the Collector, I think this guy is called, and the elites in the second act are really annoying. Well, there's one elite combat in second act that is really annoying, so I usually try to avoid the elites in the second act. But since there's only like a line where we can get to like at max 2, so we need to go through here or one of these, so that's what we're gonna do, because relics are also very nice. And we don't have that much money. Is there a store afterwards? Yeah, there's a store there. Okay. So we're gonna wanna go here, and we don't wanna go through the store, so let's just go through here, because I like to do battles, because when you do battles you get more cards, and especially since we have, alright, we have the runic dodecahedron. Nice. So let's start with upgrading, and then we'll bash. Okay, so these guys are quite annoying. They fly, so they take 50% less attack damage, and that flight is cancelled if we take 3 or more damage. No, 3 damage from 3 attacks is what I'm trying to say here, actually. And they, as you can see, they attack like, they do 1 damage 5 times. That's how you need to read this. 1 damage 5 times. So I think we're gonna want to bash this one in the front here, and then Mind Blast him. And then we can put some defenses up, so we're taking no damage from here, and this guy is gonna do a buff to himself. Yeah, he increased his strength, so it's better to try to take the ones that are trying to buff themselves down than the ones that are doing damage. Because, for instance here, when we take this guy out of the picture, we already have... Holy, I have so much energy, it's weird. Yeah, we already have everything we need to keep this guy from doing any damage to us. But let's... Oh, I probably could have used the Gambler's Brew here just to discard any card and draw some more cards. Okay, well, this is a nice situation here. So we're gonna double tap and we're gonna do the Whirlwind, so that's 20 damage twice, I believe. Yeah, and they're all dead. That's very nice. So let's add a card. None of these cards really do anything for my current deck, so I'm just gonna skip. Skipping taking cards is an important skill to learn. Ooh, so this is an event. These events are the reason you go to the question marks. In an abandoned temple, you find a giant book, open, riddled with cryptic warnings. As you try to interrupt the elaborate script, it begins to shrift and morph into writing you are familiar with. Read. Odd, the book seems to be about an ancient named Niao. Niao was the space whale we saw at the very beginning of the game. This piques your interest, but you have a general feeling of malaise. Continue, lose 1 HP. The Ancient of Resurrection, Niao, was exiled to the bottom of the spire. You feel compelled to read more, but your body begins to ache. Continue, lose 2 HP. Seeking vengeance, Niao blesses outsiders, using them for her own purposes. You are starting to feel very weak and tired. Continue, lose 3 HP. Those resurrected by Niao remember only fragments of their past selves, cursed to fight for eternity. As you near the final page, your old wounds begin to reopen! So we could either take the book and lose 10 HP, or stop and lose 3 HP. No, we're gonna take the book. And we got Enchiridion. At the start of each combat, add a random power card into your hand. It costs a 0 for that turn, which is a pretty good effect. Upon finishing the tome, you decide to take it with you. With proof in hand, will you retain your memories? Leave. Probably not. So basically that's the main story of this game. We just go up the spire and try to kill it, but then we you know, and after the event something happens, and then we get back home and we get resurrected. I think I just spoiled you the story of this game. I'm sorry about that one. So let's go into this combat. Hey, we have Feel No Pain, what we got from the Enchiridion. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 3 block. That's pretty okay. And we're just gonna blast this dude as much as we can. And there's no point in doing any of this other stuff, but I'm still gonna do it. We could have used the Gambler's Brew. I always forget to use my potions. So this guy has, he has this barricade effect. Block is not removed at the start of its turn, which is kind of annoying. And also it makes quite a lot of block for itself very often. So we just need to try to get rid of all of its block. And then 2 damage. He also has these artifacts here, so negates 3 debuffs. So if we try to give him a debuff, it'll only take away 1 of these artifacts here instead. Oh, bloody hell. What is this time? Oh, that's good. That's good enough to win, especially if we do the armaments first, and then we double tap and use Perfect Strike, and he's dead. Nice. And it's really annoying that we lost so much life to get that book, because now our runic dodecahedron isn't working anymore. So we can take another Perfect Strike, or we could get some more Seeing Red, or we can take a Clash. Which all are pretty good, to be perfectly honest, right here, right now. I think I'm gonna take the Perfect Strike just to get more damage into our deck. And ooh, now we have this annoying creature here. So he hits for 7 times 3 damage. No, 3 damage 7 times. No, 7 damage 3 times. I always get confused about this. So yeah, it's gonna attack for 7 damage 3 times. So that's 21 damage. It's quite a lot. Also, it's aggressive. So when it takes damage, it gets 3 block. So when we bash it, it gets 3 block. But we wanted to bash it to make it vulnerable because we have this Mind Blast here, so we can do 24 damage. And then I think we're gonna want to Headbutt just to get that Mind Blast back on top of our deck, and we're gonna eat that 21 damage. Oh, except we did that Metalize from the Enchiridion, so we got 3 block there. Okay, he's at 37, so I think we're just gonna double tap Perfect Strike here, and that should be enough to kill him. Yes. And we get some Energy Potion, which we can drink at any time to gain 2 energy. And more cards to choose from. I don't want to take Bloodletting because I want the runic dodecahedron to actually work sometime, so I don't want to lose HP. While turning HP into energy is pretty good. I just don't want to take that right now. We can take more armaments, but I really don't think we need a 3rd one, so we're gonna take the Iron Wave because it's a good enough card, and we just want more cards for the Mind Blast to be better. So let's. Ooh. Okay. This is pretty bad. Okay, let's do the Evolve that we got. Whenever you draw a status card, draw 1 card. We're not going to be getting any status cards in this battle, so it doesn't really do anything. Okay, we can double tap the Whirlwind and 240 damage. No, it's better to do it that way. I was thinking about doing the Cleave first, but then that's going to change this to doing just 30 damage, because since we use double tap, we get basically double use for our energy. Oh, the double tap costs 1, right, of course. I should have drank the energy potion there. Bloody hell, well, you know what, I'm gonna drink it now, and then I'm gonna use the Cleave, and then I'm gonna Mind Blast this guy from the back row. And these guys are gonna do the incantation, so that they're gonna be stronger on their next attacks. I am going to do the armaments to upgrade all these cards, then I'm gonna Reaper to gain some more health. And then I'm gonna Headbutt this guy and take, I don't know, let's take the Mind Blast. I mean, it's not really gonna do anything special next turn, because, you know, he dies of 6-5. And now it's dead! We can get more cards! I think we're gonna take the upgraded Pummel Strike, because a True Grit is kinda nice as well, because it gets rid of the weaker cards as it exhausts them. But once again, we have the Mind Blast, so we don't really want to exhaust cards from our deck. And we don't have anything that gives us strength, so Heavy Blade doesn't really do anything to us, so we're gonna take the Pummel Strike. And then we're gonna go for the Elites, and... oh, it's not the worst possible... oh, yeah, Enchiridion. Gives a Demon Form. At the start of your turn, gain 2 strength. That is very, very powerful. Okay, so... I think we're gonna double tap Reaper just to get some life here. because this guy hits pretty hard, as you can see. Oh man, like mind blasting this guy for 18 damage doesn't really feel like a good thing, but getting 9 damage just not happening to us is pretty good. Oh, okay, so we have the cleave here. We have only one. We also have the whirlwind. So basically, if we find whirlwind, okay, because we could drink this Snecko oil and draw 3 cards. We could also just drink this ancient potion before that, and so we wouldn't actually become confused, because this gives us 1 artifact, and the artifact would block this confusion. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do that just to see if we can find the. No, couldn't find the cleave, but we did find a seeing red, so we can just strike this guy dead, and then use the mind blast on this guy. You know what? I don't want him to get blocked next turn, so I'm just gonna kill this other gremlin here. So he's gonna hit us for quite a lot of damage, which is fine, because now we can use armaments to upgrade our stuff. I really should have probably used the pommel strike first. Was it upgraded already? It might have been. And you know, because there are no more of those little guys, it's better just to do 2 normal strikes than to use the whirlwind, because the whirlwind would do only 10 damage. Then again, now the whirlwind would be really nice. Okay. I want to get rid of this guy here, so I'm gonna use the perfect strike for that. Then I'm gonna cleave to get rid of that one as well. I probably should have used the cleave and regular strike to get rid of that little guy. Oh well. Let's strike this one. This is the gremlin leader here. We're not done yet! Oh yeah, we're not done yet, sure. Because you're gonna hit us really hard. Well, let's use the armaments to get some more stuff. Probably should have bashed and perfected strike there. Well, let's use the perfected strike. And is there something? You know what? Yeah, let's put the perfected strike on top of our deck, because that should be enough for us to kill it next turn. Yep. Also, we can just use the mind blast to make it absolutely sure. And now it's dead. So we got another Gambler's Brew, and we got Bottled Flame. I'm gonna take a card first, because the Bottled Flame, when we take it, we need to choose an attack, and then we start each combat with that attack in our hand. So it's better to first check what we have here if we want to put that card into the bottle. Whenever you gain block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. You know, that's not really that good. So let's take the Clash here. We have quite a lot of attacks, and I think the attack we want to start with every time is the Headbutt, because what we can do then is we can use the Mind Blast. Choose 1 of 20 cards or heal. I think I want to heal, so that maybe we can get to full life before the end of this act. Yeah, but as I was saying, hey, new free armament, free metallized. Well, let's first use the armaments to upgrade everything. Let's use the free metallized. Let's Mind Blast this creature, and then let's Headbutt it and take the Mind Blast on top of our deck. So now that we have the Mind Blast is innate, so will always be at the top of our deck. And now that we have the Headbutt in the bottle, we can always do this combo. Oh, bloody hell! One damage too little. Now he put some days into our deck. That's fine. Okay, well, we're gonna want to use the Mind Blast for this dude here, and then we're gonna want to. You know what? Because these are gonna be. Yeah, let's do this. We're gonna. Okay, we're gonna use the defend for. Why did I do that? Well, now we're gonna Iron Wave this guy, and then use the Whirlwind. Sometimes I just, for some reason, I think I have 1 more energy than I actually have. Actually, very often I do that. Okay, let's see some red, just to get some more energy first, because we're gonna get some more cards into our hand. We're gonna use the armaments. We are going to defend, and then we're gonna double tap with these strikes. And we don't have any more energy. We're not gonna get to... Hey! Okay, let's use the defend to make the clash playable, and then we can just kill this guy with a perfected strike. Ooh, and a steroid potion. That gives us 5 strength for a turn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Intimidate here, because apply too weak to all enemies, and then exhaust, and it costs 0. Just feels like a good idea. Okay, let's go get ourselves a new treasure, and since we have the cursed key here, we are also gonna get a curse. Hey, Mummified Hand. Whenever you play a power card, a random card in your hand costs 0 that turn. That's actually really nice, since the Enchiridion gives us a 0 cost power card to begin with. That means that one of our starting cards is always gonna be free. Nice. And then we got the curse, which was clumsy, unplayable, ethereal. So this is probably the weakest curse there is. Like, this is the best thing we could draw as a curse. So it's just gonna be a block card for us at some point. Interesting. Corruption is a very powerful power. Skills cost 0 whenever you play a skill exhausted. Now that might sound like that's a bad idea, but it really isn't. So let's play the Corruption, and then suddenly most of our cards are free. Right, let's play the Armaments here, let's play the Defend here, let's play the Bash to make this Book of Stabbing that has painful stabs. Whenever you receive attack damage from this enemy, add a wound into your discard pile. That's not very nice. So we can Mind Blast him and then Headbutt him with our free Headbutt to get the Mind Blast back on top. If we had one card in our hand, well, then again, we have just the amount of block that we need, so everything went pretty well there. Right, and now we can Mind Blast him again, we can Perfect Strike him, we can use this Defend, and we can use the Iron, so we're gonna take 11 damage here, but that's fine. Now let's use the Intimidate here, let's use the free Armaments here, let's use the Pummel Strike, and let's use the Perfected Strike to kill this one. And yeah, we got Meat on the Bone. If your HP is at or below 50% at the end of your combat, heal 12 HP. Not a very good... Well, this can save your life, this particular relic, many times, but not very good when we have the Runic Dodecahedron here. Rampage is better than a regular strike. I deal 8 damage, increases card damage by 5 this combat, so every time you play it, its damage increases. And if you have a deck that works very fast, or if you have many headbutts, Rampage can be awesome. But this deck isn't really built for it. But once again, I just want more cards into our deck to make the Mind Blast be more powerful, so any card, if it's a good card, like if it's better than a strike, it's good to have in our deck. Ooh, Dark Embrace. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw 1 card. That is quite nice. Okay, and the Reaper became free. Hey, that's very nice, because now this Reaper is gonna exhaust, we're gonna play it, and exhaust, and we get a new card. You know what, I'm gonna drink one of these Gambler's Brews here and put these strikes out of our hand, hoping that we find something good. Well, nothing good really. Okay, let's see, if I... 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, I don't have to use the Seeing Red here now. I think I'm gonna drink this steroid potion just to make sure that we deal enough damage to kill this guy here. We're probably not gonna deal enough damage. Let's use the Headbutt. Get the Mind Blast back on top of our deck, and yes! Oh! Bloody hell! You know what? I had that thing, so of course I'll take the Mind Blast back into our hands. I'm gonna blast this guy, make sure he's dead, and then I'm gonna use a Rampage to attack the Mystic here. She's gonna do some kind of effect on us. She made us frail, and then she attacked us. Now she's gonna try to heal herself. Well, I'm just gonna upgrade our cards and attack with both of our Iron Waves here. And I'm not gonna use last of our potions here, because she is pretty much as good as dead already. Yeah, let's just bash to make her vulnerable, and let's use the perfect strike, and she's dead. What card do you have here? Entrench would be nice if we had the barricade card, but we don't, so it's pretty useless on its own. Thunderclap is pretty nice, because vulnerable is always pretty nice. Yeah, let's just take Thunderclap. Once again, even though these cards may not be that good, I'm taking cards into our hand just to make the Mind Blast more powerful. Which is the reason why I actually want to go to these so I could have gone here to get something random happening, but I'd rather try to go through enemies to gain cards. And then we're gonna go to the shop, and we'll probably buy as many cards as we can. So let's metallize since... what am I doing? I should have played the armaments first, because that would have made it the metallize better. Well, let's use the Intimidate here. I mean, it doesn't really help me that much, but it does something. And then let's Mind Blast, Headbutt, take Mind Blast, Iron Wave. So the Gecko is doing us a negative effect, which is the Confused effect. So now you're gonna see it in action. Last time I blocked it from myself. So all the cards have randomized cost now. This is kind of interesting. It only that it randomized to be different is the bash here. Well, that's fine. So we're gonna use the bash to make the Gecko vulnerable. Then we're gonna double tap with the Mind Blast, and then we're gonna hit it with the Pummel Strike, and it's dead. Oh, we're almost at full health. Bloody hell! Ooh, Corruption. But no, I don't want to take the Corruption. I'd rather take the Headbutt so I can get the Mind Blast happening even more often. Oh, this one again. Ooh, Demon Form again. Nice. What did you make? Free. Seeing red. That's not very good. Okay, we're gonna do the Intimidate so that he only hits for 15. We're gonna Mind Blast. We're gonna Headbutt. Put the Mind Blast on top. And I think we're gonna Perfected Strike. I was thinking for a while I could have used the Gambler's Brew to get rid of the Seeing Red, and then we'd have the Mind Blast. But the Perfected Strike did almost the same amount of damage as the Mind Blast would have. Okay, so let's Mind Blast, Armament Strike, 1 damage. And if I do this, well, I'm gonna take 2 damage, but I mean, I could. No, I'm not gonna waste the Gambler's Brew on this kind. It's only 2 damage, so it's fine. Yeah, and only 1. Wasn't really expecting to something else to happen. Ooh, 3rd Headbutt, or 1 more Pummel Strike. I think I'll take the Headbutt, especially since we also have Rampage in our deck. Yeah, so the Headbutts are pretty good, because now we can take Mind Blast, we can take Rampage. Holy crap! This got the Ice Cream relic here. This is one of the best relics. Energy is now conserved between turns, so if you don't have to use all of, for some reason, if you don't use all of your stuff, you can save the energy. This is really, really good. So I'm just gonna take that. Didn't get any cards, would have really liked to get some more cards, and then we have... so we could Smith. What would we really like to upgrade? I mean, we have the 2... Yeah, we don't need to upgrade. I'd rather just rest to get our health to full so that we have that 1 extra energy. Especially now that we have the Ice Cream as well. Fire Breathing. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies for each attack played this turn. One of the weaker powers, but, you know, it's a power, we can play it. Okay, so let's bash. Let's Mind Blast. Let's Perfected Strike. Let's Headbutt that Mind Blast back on top of our deck, and let's just use the last attack since it does damage and it's an attack, so it does 1 more damage because of the Fire Breathing. Yeah, so this guy summons friends here, and then they're gonna hit us, and then we're gonna lose the Runic Dodecahedron effect pretty much immediate. So let's do the Intimidate to make all of them vulnerable. No, not vulnerable, weak. Let's Thunderclap to make all of them vulnerable, and then let's just smack this fellow. with the Mind Blast. Yeah, trying to get him to die as fast as possible I think is a good idea. We might want to get rid of these little ones at some point as well, but we also have the Cleave here, so... Oh, and the Reaper. Nice, so let's use the armaments to upgrade. And... God damn it, if I had one more energy this would be awesome, because I could use the upgrade double tap, which says this turn your next 2 attacks are played twice, so I could play both of these twice. But I think I'm just gonna take life with Reaper. I mean, I'm gonna lose that 5 of it immediately, so I won't get the benefit from the runic dodecahedron, but it's fine. Okay, let's pummel strike this one, and let's headbutt this one. And I don't think we want to take the Mind Blast into our hands right now, so let's take the Rampage on top of our deck. And you have 7 lives, so we're gonna Iron Wave you, and... Bloody hell! If this be upgraded we could kill this one. Nah, I think we're gonna try to save some of our life here. I don't really understand why. I should have just hit him with the strike, he would have died from the fire breathing, I completely forgot. Oh yeah, and he did this big effect that just gave us 3 negative effects, and now he's gonna hit us real hard. Okay, let's do Seeing Red here first. Let's if we could get 1 card from our deck into our hand right now somehow, it would be... We can. Okay, the reason why it would be awesome is because okay, we're not gonna die from this damage, right? We're not. Okay, so I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna put this Defiant out of our hand. And now I'm gonna headbutt this fellow. I'm gonna take the Mind Blast. And now we have 4 cards in our draw pile, and we need to draw 5. So our discard pile is gonna go into our draw pile, and we're gonna draw 1 card from that. So we're gonna draw these 4 cards and then 1 more card, which means that this is a good time for us, our Mind Blast, to be right here. Rampage, Perfected Strike. Yeah, let's just do both, and I'm gonna be taking damage, and 3 isn't going to be that much of a difference here, so I'm just gonna save that energy. Right, I'm gonna use the armaments here just to upgrade these cards. I'm gonna Mind Blast this dude, I'm gonna use the Clash, I'm gonna... You know, Whirlwind does more damage than the Iron Wave, so I'm gonna Whirlwind. Right. Come on now, I only need 10 more damage, and it's here, so let's Cleave, and I could just use the Perfected Strike to just kill him straight up, but I wanted to Cleave first. Okay, that was the second act completed. We can take an Explosion Potion here, and we're gonna take... Ooh, so many good cards. I think we're gonna take the Demon Form. This is very, very powerful. Like, Offering is also very powerful. You know, gain 2 energy and draw 3 cards, but it exhausts. We already have 1 Reaper, and basically a Demon Form helps our Reaper as well, because it gives us more strength, so we're gonna do more damage, and we heal with the Reaper as much as we do damage. So if we just can play the Demon Form, and then after 2 turns after that we get the Reaper that we already have in our deck into our hands, it's gonna be as good as this second Reaper would be. So yeah, we're gonna take the Demon Form, most definitely. And then we have our options here. We have the Runic Pyramid. At the end of your turn you no longer discard your hand. We have the Philosopher's Stone. Gain energy at the start of your turn. All enemies start combat with 1 strength. And then we have Runic Dome. Gain energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer see enemy intents. Now we're gonna take one of these, but which one? Do we need to see enemy intents? Like, it's usually pretty good to see the enemy intents. But do we even have any block in our deck now that I think about it? Like, we have 3 block cards that we use if... We don't need to see the intents. Really, we don't. We're just not gonna play the blocking cards unless we, you know, really need to. But hey, that was the end of Act 2, and I think that we're gonna end this episode here as well, and we're gonna continue this in the next one. I'm MegaCrit, this has been Slay the Spire with the Ironclad. Goodbye world, thanks for watching, see you next time!